My name is Dylan James Flint Renter. Online, sometimes I go by Crayfish or Crazy Russian, though I'm trying to move on from being Crazy Russian because I'm not Russian. So I've now truncated it to KR or Crazy. And I am a writer. I have been a writer for almost 2 decades now. It's kind of weird saying that because this is the first time I've ever said that, and the first time that I've actually realized that. And I think it helps if I read what I have written in this format so that maybe I can feel as though I have properly communicated myself. Though from insecurity I can tell that I am in no way able to really cogently describe myself. And as an artist, that's something that I think is natural, but also is a point to improve upon. So this is what I have to offer. I write, I read, I read, only read it to resolve poor edits. I have a hard time dissolving meaning into solution. I salute you who hears and nod to the message. Do I rhyme this passage like a lute on the roof, playing right, praying to the mighty me, selfish, prying shellfish? I have a lot of problems and I can't equate to zero, the balance of equals from MC to MC, trying to get from C to C stuck in the doldrums. I've got a headache drumming the cabbage, that's like beating the money, a lost cause. I want to say things, but to whom and how, with what, where? I hate to be granular, but the wheelstone is not gathering moss, it's collecting dust. The chaff, gaff, boom, laugh, another mishap, Miss Habsburg got drank like Pabst. Tibular mandibular joint disorder is a real joint. The junction between snaggletooth gap and tongue, the cat's got a whistle, a tune, but I can't choose the method. Throat, teeth, lips, or hand. I don't need a flute. I'd fiddle fuck whittling middle notes finer than the middlin'. I'd assure in disposition depositions not required. Fuck. See, this thing happens so often when I'm trying to read. I make mistakes and then I would just be able to push past it, but for the purposes of this, I want to be able to actually, do it all. Maybe that was my first mistake. I write, I read, I read, only read it to resolve poor edits. I have a hard time resolving meaning into solutions. And right there, resolving, what am I resolving? I'm resolving nothing. I have a hard time dissolving meaning into solutions. I salute you who hears and nod to the message. Do I rhyme this passage like a lute on the roof, playing right, praying to the mighty me, selfish, prying shellfish? I have a lot of problems and I can't equate to zero, the balance of equals from MC to MC, trying to get from C to C stuck in the doldrums. I've got a headache drumming the cabbage, that's like beating the money, a lost cause. I want to say things, but to whom and how and what, where? I hate to be granular, but the wheelstone is not gathering moss, it's collecting dust. The chaff, gaff, boom, laugh, another mishap. Miss Habsburg got drank like Pabst. Tibular mandibular joint disorder is a real joint. The junction between snaggletooth gap and tongue the cat's got. I'd whistle a tune, but I can't choose the method. Throat, teeth, lips, or hand. I don't need a flute. I'd fiddle fuck whittling middle notes finer than the middling. I'm azure in disposition. Deposition's not required. I assure I could do more. Acting now, redacting now. Wow. I will not bow. Ask for riches, and you receive rocks. Paperweights, too minuscule to hold fast. I am a pacifist and I play violent video games. That's like a Buddhist attending church. I ain't wrong. It ain't wrong. It ain't wrong, but it's an obstacle. A part of me dies when a player says they will own me. I wouldn't mind a good keeper, fill your peepers with beauty and leap off the dock. My siren song stumps some, others shy. Why? I'm just some guy. I couldn't be the one because I am not one. Who wants to pick up these pieces, fit it into a tattered frame, and hang out with a fine dame? You would say I'm conflated, the imaginary avatar, and you would be right. But the visage betrays vice. How? Heraldry absent, proud to be, and that scent smells like a flop, fairly moaning, descending deeper into the mire. Does this flowery fluff suit this stuff? Scuffed boots and black polish, adorned with tough loot and sometimes dollish. Delicious, ain't it? If anyone really understands this, If any of this makes even the slightest semblance of form and purpose, I can conclude the grind. The paper mill went out of service again.